The drama surrounding Shedeur Sanders has taken a sharp, unexpected turn, and the NFL world is caught in the middle of it. In a league where rumors move faster than game film, this one feels less like idle chatter and more like a bombshell dropped. In the middle of training camp, multiple sources are whispering, some close to the Cleveland Browns organization, that Shedeur Sanders, the rookie quarterback who had barely stepped onto an NFL field, has already requested a trade. But not just to any team. The destination, according to these reports, is the New Orleans Saints, the very same franchise that skipped over him during the draft. The very team whose decision still echoes in the frustrations of its fan base. This is the same Shedeur Sanders who, in just one preseason game, managed to captivate the entire football world. The same quarterback whose name trended nationally after his debut, whose composure, poise, and crisp mechanics under pressure left analysts, rivals, and fans buzzing with the same phrase, "He might be the real deal." And yet before the ink is even dry on his rookie contract, whispers say he wants out of Cleveland. Fans are left asking, how could a story turn this quickly, this dramatically? But that's where the heart of the NFL lies, the chaos, the politics, and the constant drama lurking beneath the X's and O's. To understand why Shedeur Sanders may already be packing his bags, you have to step into Cleveland's quarterback room. From the outside, it looks like an NFL depth chart. On the inside, it feels more like a crowded reality show where too many personalities are stuffed into one house. And sooner or later, someone is going to be voted out. At the top sits Joe Flacco. Respected, accomplished, but at 39 years old, a bridge at best. Behind him is Dillon Gabriel, the rookie from Oregon whose flashes of promise are offset by his obvious adjustment to NFL speed. Kenny Pickett, once believed to be the next great Steelers quarterback, was cast off to Cleveland and still struggles to find consistency. Tyler Huntley, a steady but unspectacular backup, was brought in as insurance after a flood of injuries. And then there's Shedeur, the calm beyond his years, the rookie who electrified in his debut. 5 quarterbacks, 1 football, and 0 clarity about the future. But there's a crucial detail that cannot be ignored. Shedeur Sanders was never Jimmy Haslam's guy. The Browns' outspoken owner admitted as much. On draft night, when Cleveland finally picked Sanders after passing on him multiple times, Haslam revealed he wouldn't have made the call. He even said bluntly, "If you told me Friday night we picked Shedeur, I would have said, that's not happening." Those words, simple on the surface, carry the weight of politics in the NFL. In a league where the owner's backing often means the difference between being groomed as the future or being seen as expendable. Shedeur entered Cleveland already on the outside looking in to see how we got here. You have to go back to draft night itself. The NFL draft, more than any other event, it's a spectacle where reputations are made and legacies can be shattered before a single snap is played. For Shedeur Sanders, the night that should have cemented his place as a first-round pick turned into a tumble down the board. Once projected as high as the 2nd overall pick, Sanders slipped not just out of the first round, not just out of the second, but all the way into the 5th. Each passing pick was a silent statement from teams across the league. We're not buying in. It was shocking, especially for a quarterback who had been a Heisman-caliber leader at Colorado, the son of Deion Sanders. With mental toughness and marketability baked into his DNA. By the time Cleveland called his name at pick 144, the narrative wasn't triumph, but disbelief. And it wasn't the kind of moment where the organization embraced him as the face of their future. No, this was different. Their own owner admitted Sanders wasn't even his pick. From day one, he wasn't walking on equal ground. Meanwhile, across the league, the New Orleans Saints were making their own draft night miscalculation. Derek Carr had unexpectedly retired, leaving a massive void at quarterback. When their 2nd-round pick came up, Shedeur Sanders was sitting right there, available. But instead, they shocked fans and analysts alike by drafting Tyler Shaw, a move that was met with immediate skepticism. Saints fans erupted, baffled that their team had passed on Sanders. And in the weeks that followed, that frustration turned into fury. And then came the preseason opener. while Shedeur Sanders was carving up the Carolina Panthers' defense in his first taste of NFL action. Shao was throwing pick sixes for the Saints. Sanders' stat line: 14 completions on 23 attempts, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns wasn't just about numbers. It was about how he looked. Calm, sharp, unflustered. His timing with receivers, his footwork, his decision-making, it all looked years ahead of schedule. The NFL Network broadcast nearly broke viewership records. Clips of his performance went viral. Analysts who once questioned his draft slide were now labeling him the steal of the draft. For the Saints, watching from afar, it was agony. Social media lit up with fans questioning why their team ignored Sanders. Local sports radio turned into a daily indictment of the front office. One tweet summed up the mood. "Still in disbelief, we passed on Shedeur Sanders. This will haunt us for years." Another was even more blunt. "Shao garbage, Rattler poop. I could have had Shedeur Sanders." The pain was real, and the pressure inside the Saints building was only intensifying. This is where speculation becomes possibility. Multiple insiders began whispering that Sanders himself had grown frustrated in Cleveland's quarterback logjam, especially knowing the owner didn't back him. And the whispers said he wanted New Orleans, the team that missed him once, but now might need him more than ever. The Browns, in turn, were said to be open to moving him for as little as a 7th-round pick or conditional late-round compensation. That price tag was shocking, almost insulting. A potential future star for pennies on the dollar? It felt like robbery, but it also felt very real. In the NFL, timing is everything. And right now, the timing could not be more perfect for a blockbuster move. For Cleveland, trading Sanders solves a problem before it becomes a full-blown controversy. Every time he takes the field, every time he outshines the veterans, the fan base will clamor for him to start. That's a distraction Haslam doesn't want. For New Orleans, desperation has already set in. Their current options, Jake Henner, Spencer Rattler, and Tyler Shore, not inspiring confidence. The preseason struggles have only amplified the urgency. They can pull off a trade for Sanders now before the season even begins. They could rewrite the narrative from draft night blunder to bold redemption. And that's the real kicker. In the NFL, deals like this can happen overnight. One phone call, one quick agreement, one press release later, and Shedeur Sanders could be stepping off a plane in New Orleans, greeted like a savior by a city desperate for hope. The ripple effects would be seismic. In Cleveland, outrage would explode. Fans would question the competence of the front office. Every misstep by Flacco, every interception by Pickett, every loss would be framed as the one that got away. In New Orleans, the opposite would unfold. Sanders would be hailed as the franchise's future, the savior they never should have passed on in the first place. Merchandise sales would skyrocket, the Superdome would roar with anticipation, and the media would christen it the steal of the decade. Right now, it's whispers. But in the NFL, whispers have a way of turning into breaking news overnight. Cleveland holds a quarterback they never planned for, trapped in a crowded room with no clear path to the future. New Orleans has a quarterback crisis and a restless fan base demanding change. One phone call could change everything. And if the rumors are true, Shedeur Sanders could soon be wearing black and gold, while Cleveland is left explaining how they let a potential superstar walk for pennies. The clock is ticking. And the football world is waiting to see if the unthinkable becomes reality. And that leaves us with the question: is this just another wild rumor in the NFL's endless summer of speculation? Or are we watching the birth of the league's next blockbuster story? If Shedeur Sanders really forces his way to New Orleans, it won't just be a trade, it'll be a moment etched in NFL history. One that reshapes both franchises for years to come. So what do you think? Should Shedeur Sanders get his wish and land with the Saints? Or should the Browns hold on to him and give him the keys to their future? Did New Orleans blow it on draft night? Or is this their chance at redemption? Let me know what you think. In the comments below, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more NFL drama, breakdowns, and stories that shake the league.